All right. Well, then, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. This is episode 43 of Metrics and
Oh,
Mayhem.
43.
43. I know you're going to ask me.
43s.
Give me some good 43s. Oh, man. I can't think of 143 coming at me.
I'm gonna Google it. So famous number 43s. How about Dennis Eckersley,
Ooh, I thought he was 45. Okay.
43? How about Kevin Willis?
Is that where we're at? Hold on.
Yeah,
Kevin Willis wore 42.
43.
I would fact check that one. Okay, go ahead.
How about NASCAR Hall of Famer Richard Petty?
He was 43?
According to the Google,
Well, you know it can't be wrong if it's online.
if it's on Google, yeah. I mean, and then hold on. There's R.A. Dickey.
Oh, I don't feel bad.
Oh, and one weird gigantic swing and a miss. Troy Polamalu.
Oh, is that okay?
Troy Polamalu is the number 143.
I mean, look, I know we've got more episodes to go, but if I were to tell you right now, if I put it at minus 110 either way, that this is the most disappointing best of number, do you think
Darren
43 takes it?
Sproles. Darren Sproles.
I think that's a pretty disappointing number.
It is. It is.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Brad Doherty.
Oh, gosh.
Pascal Siakam.
Siakam is on the greatest 43s.
Rick Sutcliffe.
All right.
The 43s are coming in strong.
We definitely need to get somebody wearing a 43, without a doubt.
Yeah, I gotta get one of my Chinese jerseys.
Yes.
With a number 4, Darren Sproles 43 Chargers jersey.
We got to get Logan Melchior. He's tearing up all the sports area. Like, develop that number, man.
I mean, he's big on 15 right now.
Okay.
You know, Tim Tebow.
Yeah, without a doubt, that's a layup.
What are you gonna do?
All right. Well, we got a big week of football. This is opening week coming up. We've got Eagles football kicking off on Thursday night. We've got the Super Bowl unveiling, all of that stuff right here in Philadelphia. We've got our 3 pools that we have going on. We've got the Eliminator, we've got the Against the Spread, and we've got our DraftKings pool. Dom brought up us releasing our picks to the people early.
Yes.
Letting them know, where we're at, our sides, our DK lineups, which I am pulling up right now. So I'll be prepared to release that information. But before we get into that content, one thing I thought we'd do today, and we haven't talked about this, and this is usually when the podcast is best, when you get no prep. But I'm going to call out my power rankings to you, Dom. And I'm just going to do maybe a group of 5 because I've put all the numbers in. I'm ready to roll. So I want to give you my power rankings, and let's go back and forth. This is just numbers. This isn't necessarily how I feel, but let's get into it. Would you rather go the bottom 5 or top 5?
Let's go bottom 5. Let's get the Drek out of the way.
Okay, bottom 5 teams as per the Metrics power rankings right now. I've got New Orleans as the worst team in football.
Wow.
I have the Titans as 31, the Carolina Panthers as 30, the former Fighting Jameses, the Cleveland Browns at 29, and the New York Football Giants at 28. That's the bottom of my power rankings.
Okay.
How do you feel about those 5 being the Drek of the league?
I really think the Giants will be a little bit better than people think.
Okay.
I think the worst team in our division is the Cowboys.
At this point, that's arguable. Yes.
I would have the Cowboys over the Giants, in my opinion, as in the bottom 5. Because I think they just lost their leader. They just lost their captain. It's only a matter of time until CeeDee Lamb starts being the diva wide receiver that he is known to be and tears that apart. The Cowboys may win 3 games this year.
See, I guess why don't we get to that right there? I mean, when that energy takes over a team, obviously Jerry's been in the news. I don't know, who knows who's right on either side, but these two seem so far apart between Parsons and Jones. Yes. Obviously now it's a moot point because they're gone. But the remaining factor in that locker room right now, how does a team like that recover from losing somebody of this stature?
I don't think they do.
Okay.
I think you just need to draft a whole new team at this point. And the people you bring in, I mean, you got to draft a young quarterback to grow with a team at this point, kind of like what the Eagles did with Jalen Hurts. Because if you're drafting a bunch of young guys who want to make a name for themselves in the league, and then you're like, follow Dak Prescott, he's our leader, who hasn't won a damn thing, who's already paid, who's already got the multi-million-dollar contracts. Why? What's the motivation for me to go, yeah, I'll do whatever Dak Prescott says? No, these kids want to make a name for themselves. I think the Cowboys are going to be in a bad spot for a long time.
And especially with Jerry at the helm too, who we've been on board saying, let's keep him in Dallas. We love him.
Keep him in Dallas. I love me some Jerry.
Yeah.
Give me some Jerry.
I also think that my sheet, as it evolves over the year, is going to have a significant increase on the Carolina Panthers as well. One thing that I like about Carolina, we've been saying it on the pod for a while, Carolina, no team has invested more in their offensive line than the Panthers have this offseason financially. And to create some sort of a protection, Bryce Young was a colossal failure last year. They go to the red rifle. Andy Dalton played a little bit. There was a little bit of momentum happening. Andy Dalton hurts his finger. Bryce Young comes back in. But at the same time, playing behind such a poor offensive line, you're giving no time to protect for your first-round draft pick, who you gave up DJ Moore and 2 first-rounders for. They have a lot invested in Bryce Young. So I happen to think that the Carolina Panthers might be one under the radar just because of the line play, the trenches, that might boost that team out of the top 5 or the bottom 5.
Possible.
Excuse me.
It is 100% possible. And I don't think that division is going to be as bad as people think.
Okay.
I think the NFC South is going to actually be pretty competitive. I honestly still think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the clear-cut favorites in that division, but I don't think the Saints are nearly as bad as people think.
Right. And none of those teams, well, I'm sorry to cut you off, but like none of those teams have any sort of Super Bowl aspirations. 9-8, 10-7 is going to win that division. And they're all just going to beat each other up in the middle. So it does make for at least some sort of gripping entertainment. But none of these teams have Super Bowl aspirations in that division.
I mean, you'd be hard-pressed to convince Baker Mayfield of that.
This is true.
Because that boy has a chip on his shoulder as big as anybody I've ever seen.
Yes.
And even though I love Baker, I think he's a hell of a competitor. I would want him on my team any day of the week, as long as I didn't have Jalen Hurts.
Okay. Yeah.
But to be honest with you, I actually think if you put Baker Mayfield on this Eagles team, do I think they'll do as well as with Jalen Hurts? No, I don't. But do I think that they still would be competitive enough to at least compete for a Super Bowl? I do.
Yeah.
I really do. I think he's way better than people give him credit for.
Yeah.
So as long as Tampa Bay has a good defense, which they typically do, I think they're in it.
Well, and even for Baker, too, I mean, it's one of the first years where he actually had some sort of consistency on the coordinator side of things. I mean, to have so many coaches, to have not let alone coordinators, but so many different head coaches, there's no continuity happening. So for him to actually get some sort of consistency, it's helpful.
I agree. And I think that's the most impressive thing about what Jalen has been doing over the last 4 years. That makes him even more underrated, because he's had to do what he's done with how many offensive coordinators?
Yeah, right.
Has he had continuity? No.
I would say no.
He's made it work. He's made it work.
I like it. Let's go to the top of the list, Dom. I'm going to give you my power rankings, and we are going to start with the Super Bowl champions from last year, the Eagles, as the number 1 power ranked team going into the season. I have them just under a full point ahead of the Baltimore Ravens at 2. I have the Kansas City Chiefs at 3, Detroit at 4, and Buffalo at 5.
Okay. You know my feelings on the Ravens.
I do. And Lamar Jackson specifically.
So it's hard for me to say that they're not a top 5 team when I don't believe that, as good as Lamar Jackson is, he'll never win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
It's a weird concept, right? Like, I think he's very, very good and very, very talented, but I don't think he'll ever win the Super Bowl. I think Baker Mayfield would win the Super Bowl before Lamar Jackson would win. And Lamar Jackson is clearly a better quarterback. He just doesn't have that it factor or that clutch gene.
Yep.
And he never will. It's not a part of his DNA. And I'm sure he's a nice guy, and I'm sure he's a great person and a great teammate. Some people were born losers, and Lamar Jackson is a born loser.
I love it.
Does it mean he's a bad person? No.
No.
He's not a bad person. He's just a loser.
But I mean, look, let's take it to the basketball debate that goes on forever, right? The Jordan versus LeBron debate, which you and I agree isn't necessarily even a question, but that's another story. I will say, though, when it does come down to the last 2 minutes, do I want the ball in LeBron's hands or do I want the ball in Kobe's hands? For me, I want the ball in Kobe's hands.
I want the ball. I want the ball in Robert Horry's hands.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's a much better example.
Yeah.
Exactly. Robert Horry is not the best basketball player of all time, but my gosh, that guy has ice in his veins and daggers everywhere.
He does, and some people have it, and you need that. Who was the guy? Ray Allen. Like Ray Allen.
Ray Allen. Yes.
I want of every Ray Allen and Reggie Miller. I want taking my last shots over LeBron and Jordan.
Yep, love that.
Sorry, I just do.
Yep, I absolutely agree. That's all good. So right out of those top 5, Philadelphia, Baltimore, KC, Detroit, Buffalo, was there a team in the top 5 you were expecting to hear be in there that wasn't? Let me ask you that. Or a team that maybe you're higher on than what my sheet is showing right now.
Say the 5 again.
Same 5: Philly, Baltimore, Kansas City, Detroit, Buffalo.
No, I think that's fair.
Okay.
I think that's fair. I know a lot of people are high on Green Bay
With the Parsons deal?
I mean that's you can't overlook that.
Sure.
But I don't, again, I think Jordan Love is another Lamar Jackson. I don't see Jordan Love winning big games. He's Phillip Rivers to me. Like Phillip Rivers couldn't win the big game.
That boy's going to start having some kids then.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's just really hard for me to put a team in the top 5, but I just don't believe they can win.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I'm with you. All right. So speaking of believing in teams, why don't we start rolling into our picks for the week? And we'll go with the Eliminator pick first. This is the one where you just need a team to win straight up. Quite a few on the board. Before we do that, we usually do this game where we say, all right, out of all the touchdown or more favorites, which one is going to break your heart this week, right? Because a lot of people are usually pick the heavy favorites. So I'll go with 6.5 points or better. And I'm looking at my sheet right now. I've got the Eagles as an 8.5 point favorite, 8 in some spots. I've got the Commandos as a 6.5 point favorite over the Giants. I got the Broncos 7.5 over Tennessee. And it looks like that's it. So those are probably going to be the 3 picks that we'll see rolling in this week. Which one of those is going to break somebody's heart?
I think the Commanders. I'm looking at the Commanders because, again, it's hard for me. I still have a lot of love for Russell Wilson. I don't know if it's misplaced love, but
what a quarterback room. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but what a quarterback room for you. You got Russ and Jameis there. My gosh.
Yeah, and listen, if it was Jameis there, the spread would be even farther, and I'd still take the Giants because I just love Jameis that much. I just think, listen, Jaden Daniels had a great freshman campaign.
Yes.
It's called the sophomore slump for a reason.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, I think he'll go through it, and I think he'll be fine afterwards. I think he's a good quarterback, but
Jaden Daniels a winner?
I think he's got the mentality to be a winner. I do. I think he's got the mentality to be a winner. It's only his first year.
Okay.
So the jury's out still. He didn't win in college.
Won a Heisman.
Okay, that's an individual award. We play team sport here, Haas.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like Jalen Hurts is a winner. That's all he does. He just wins.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'm with you.
Yeah, I think he's got the mentality and the makeup to be a winner. I don't know if he is yet, and I do think he's going to slump this year. Honestly, I can't see the Commanders. I see
I just lost you on that last part. I see the Commanders. Go ahead.
I see the Commanders and the Giants being neck and neck for
Okay.
second place. Yeah, for second place in the division.
Got it. All right. Well, let me go on the record now and saying that the metrics pick for the Eliminator pool is your Washington Commanders, baby. I am in on the Commandos.
Commanders.
I am in on the Commanders. I am locked in.
Yeah, I hate that I hate when we're aligned.
Oh yeah. No, no, no.
It's the
No, no, no. We're not aligned. That's my pick for the Eliminator. I'm in.
Oh, for the Eliminator. Oh,
so
okay.
I took all those grenades.
My pick for the Eliminator is going to be the Eagles.
And
I'm getting them out of the way.
Okay.
I'm getting them out of the way because I don't want them to burn me later on in the year when it's like they just came off like a loss and you're like, there's no way they can lose this game, and then they like I just want to get them out of the way.
Yes.
I feel like I'm going to pick the Eagles every year the first game just to get them out of the way.
Okay. Yeah, it's not a bad call. We are we worried about the Super Bowl hangover, the pomp and the circumstance? No.
Not with this team.
Okay.
Not with this team and not with this coach.
Yeah.
I mean, everything that they have been saying from the start of training camp, they don't care that they won the Super Bowl. It's weird.
Right. Yeah, it is.
It's weird. Like, and I love it because that makes me think that we're going to actually have a shot to repeat.
Eyes on the prize.
Normally you wouldn't say that because it's so hard to repeat.
Yeah, right.
But this team is dialed.
It's cool looking, like watching them give interviews too. Like I don't think it's lip service either. I think they really have that mentality. Yeah,
I agree.
All right, so let's head to why don't we do DraftKings next?
Okay.
We'll get our DraftKings lineups in, and Dom, why don't you take away week 1, man?
Well, okay. Here we go. Week 1, quarterback, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts, okay.
I'm going with Jalen.
I like it.
I think he wants to make a statement. I just won the Super Bowl. This is who I am.
What's the dollar tag on Jalen Hurts?
7,100.
Okay.
It's in the middle of the road, expensive. Running backs, I got Breece Hall.
Okay.
For 6,400.
He's a Makahan, right?
No. He's a Makahan.
That's what I said. He's a Makahan.
Oh, a Makahan. Yeah, he's a Makahan.
Okay.
And I got Alvin Kamara.
Okay.
For 6,300.
Like it.
Wide receivers, I got Devontae Adams.
Okay.
I got Stephon Diggs.
Okay.
And I got T. Higgins.
All right. Like it.
Tight end, I got Evan Ingram.
Okay.
Another Makahan.
That's a good pick.
And flex, the best Makahan, Nick Chubb.
Oh, I love it.
Nick Chubb for 5,200.
Okay.
Starting running back for 5,200. Can't beat that. And then my defense is the Lions against Green Bay.
Okay, I like it. We have none in common, which makes me even happier as well. And you've already dogged several of my players, which makes this all the better for radio. 6,100, I'm going to take a flyer on Jordan Love at quarterback. I think that game's going to have some points scored in it, to be honest with you. And especially given the way things went last year, I think Green Bay is going to look to put a hurting on them. I think there's a vibe in Green Bay now, especially with the Parsons trade. They've got some momentum. I think they like to shove it up to Dan Campbell's. Spend a couple of shekels on this one, but give me Saquon at 8,200. I think Saquon, especially with no Parsons on that line, Saquon going to run. So I think that's going to be worth the investment. Getting maybe one, maybe 2 touchdowns out of Saquon would be nice.
Stop on the one, Saquon.
Right? Yeah, and then it hurts, exactly. And then you're texting me. RJ Harvey at 5,800 for your Denver Broncos against the Titans. I think they try to get out of that game quickly. Huge favorites, just looking to wrap up and move on to next week. My receiver core, I'm going to take Marvelous Marvin Harrison at 5,500. I'm going to take DJ. I want to score more. He's a Bakahan at 6,100, and I'm going to take Brian Thomas Jr. at 6,800 from Jacksonville. For the tight end slot at $4,000, I'm going to take Dallas Goedert. Let's see if we can get another end zone out of him. Ted McMillan, 5,200, same price as your flex, but I'm going to go out wide with Ted McMillan in Carolina. And then just because I ran out of money, I'm going not because I like them, but the Giants defense against the Commandos, my eliminator pick as well, which there's some bad juju with that, but just doing that based on money. All right. And then
I like it.
and we have one more caption of this podcast, and that is the against the spread, where we pick 5 games against the CBS spreads. I have my 5 locked. Dom, are you prepared for yours?
I got mine too.
All right.
Thank God for the CBS app getting the Eagles locked in at -6.5 because I would not take it at 8.5.
Okay.
Where it's at right now.
Got it.
So I'll give you my 5. I got the Eagles -6.5.
Okay.
I got the Chargers at +3.5.
Okay.
I got the Browns at +5.5.
Okay.
I got the Saints at +5.5, and I got the Jets at +3.5. So I'm going heavy dogs and one favorite.
Man.
Home dogs.
This is never good, but we are very aligned here.
Oh, that's not what I would say. I don't like you know me and the home dogs.
Let me get this out of the way first. We have 3 in common, and we don't talk about this stuff ahead of time. My favorite play on the board is the Chargers getting 3.5. I'm absolutely in lockstep with you there. I also have the Cleveland Browns getting 5.5. I also have the New York Jets grabbing points as well. So I'm with you on those.
Okay.
I'm not on the Eagles with that 6.5. That number actually scares me a little bit, to be honest with you. I'm going a different direction. I'm going to take the Bears on Monday night. They're grabbing 1.5, I believe it is, somewhere around there. And I'm also going to ride with the Green Bay Packers, who I believe they were getting 1.5 from the Detroit Lions. Those are going to be my other 2, but I'm in lockstep with you on the first 3.
Okay, perfect.
That's what we got going in. So we'll keep monitoring our stats throughout the year, of course, and to be transparent, to have our picks out there as everybody's kind of hopping in our pools. Good idea by you to get that information out there. So
we're definitely gonna keep. Obviously, we're gonna keep everybody up to date on those picks. But there's one segment that I want us to bring back this year that we will keep every week.
What's this?
And it's important because it's my segment. It is Mr. Thursday night.
How could I forget? We've got Thursday night football.
Mr. Thursday night. I mean, how do you not love the Eagles Cowboys on Mr. Thursday night tonight?
Come on.
And what's the over under? What's the spread?
Right now,
doesn't matter. Take the under. We are a Thursday night under podcast, and we're going to stay that way. Thursday night unders. It doesn't matter what it is. Slam a unit on Thursday night unders and just wipe your hands of it. And at the end of the year, collect your money.
80 right now, 47.5 right now. 81% of the tickets and the money also siding with you on the under there. So
under.
That's
Thursday night unders, baby.
Mr. Thursday night under. All right.
Thursday night unders. Let's keep that going. We'll see how much. If you bet $100 on every game on Thursday night.
We'll keep this going on the story. We'll get this going on the story on the socials. I like it.
I love it.
All right, episode 43. That's going to call it. Dom, thank you so much for your time. Everybody have a wonderful week and enjoy your picks. Go Birds. And let's not forget, too, Metrics and Mayhem podcast will be in person at the Ukrainian League of Philadelphia on September the 21st. Intertwined with my big band playing over there, too. We'll be doing a live podcast for the members over there, which should be a ton of fun. All right?
Yeah, I like it. That's not Ukrainian, but
not even close. But everybody have a great night. Dom, talk to you, buddy. Love you.